Chapter 6145. Jacob felt happy after identifying this late Qing dynasty bronze Buddha and its base, imitating the Xuande period. After he transferred the 98,000 yuan to Mr. Cheng, he began to imagine what it would be like when Liang Yun bought it for hundreds of thousands. After receiving the payment, Mr. Cheng looked at the income and expenditure details. Behind the record of 98,000 yuan was the word Jacob Wilson. He was a little confused and thought to himself, "Isn't it Mr. Murong? Why the name is Jacob?" However, he didn't pay too much attention to it. Most of the people who sell fake antiques are shady owners, so it's normal to use a fake name to meet people. So, he carefully wrapped the bronze Buddha and its base and handed them to Jacob, and asked politely, "I wonder if Mr. Murong has any other needs? I have a lot of good things here. May I introduce them to you?" Jacob waved his hand. "No, just ask for this one first. This is our first time working together. I'm not sure whether your stuff is reliable or not. Let me try it first. If there is no problem, next time I'll definitely get more." When Mr. Cheng heard this, he couldn't help but feel disappointed, thinking to himself, Irvin said he was some kind of big shot, and he only offered 98,000. What kind of big shot is he? Normally, a customer with a unit price of only 98,000 yuan is not qualified to come to my studio. However, due to Irvin's face, he couldn't say much, so he could only say politely, "Mr. Murong is right. Our first cooperation does require a process of verification and understanding. After you take this bronze Buddha back, remember not to show it to people who have little knowledge. This thing of mine is a cloth with smoke bombs and most suitable for fooling experts. Of course, those who are too professional will find it. Those who are too professional can still see the problem. In fact, if you look closely at this model, there are still some subtle differences from Xuandinian's model. But only great experts who have seen a lot of genuine products, touched a lot, and played with a lot can be able to tell. So you can fool the average expert, and I guarantee you will be right every time you fool." Jacob nodded with satisfaction, thinking to himself, "Isn't Liang Yun just this kind of expert? He is not really a top expert, but he does know more than the average person. It seems that this thing is tailor-made for him." So, he somewhat impatiently said to Irvin on the side, "Irvin, time is short, I think we should leave quickly." Of course, Irvin knew how anxious Jacob was at this moment, so he immediately said, "Okay, Mr. Murong, let's go back now." After that, he said to Mr. Cheng, "Old Cheng, Mr. Murong and I are leaving. We will meet and talk some other time." Mr. Cheng said hurriedly, "I will send you two out." Accompanied by Mr. Cheng, the two returned to the parking lot at the end of the village, then said goodbye to Mr. Cheng and drove back to the city. As soon as the car drove out, Jacob, who was sitting in the passenger seat, couldn't hold it any longer. He hurriedly asked Irvin, "Irvin, when do you think we should start?" "I can't wait." Irvin said without thinking, "It's better to choose this day than to wait and hit. I think we'll do it today. Today I'll find a reliable subordinate and take this thing to Liang Yun's shop to make him have a good. I believe judging from the situation he just returned to the antique street, he urgently needs a good start to boost his morale, and at the same time increase his popularity. So I believe he will not let this bronze Buddha go." Jacob nodded repeatedly and said with a smile, "I see. Yes, today is the most suitable day. Because I will travel to Dubai soon, and I am waiting for this matter to be settled before I leave. If you can handle this matter today, I will buy a ticket for tomorrow morning and go directly to Dubai." Irvin said, "President Wilson, don't worry. We will definitely take care of this matter today." After that, he said to Jacob, "But President Wilson, please be more patient. If you want to do it, it must be done at the last moment before Liang Yun closes." Jacob asked curiously, "What's the point?"